So who's the most famous person that's ever DM'd you?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Yes, my boyfriend is not happy because he keeps messaging me and I have to ignore because I can't like entertain you. But he messaged me before I met my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I remembered he messaged me for work, actually. Yeah. He wanted us to do a music video and he said we can do a Mr. and Mrs. Smith style type of video. And I was just like, okay, that sounds cool. Like I can
Weren't you geeked though?
Yes. And I was like, okay, this is cool. And he was not being weird or flirty or anything. And I was like, okay, he wants to do something like this. And I told him I can't yet at the time because I was still recovering from an injury. Yeah. He's like, yes, when you're ready, we can talk and stuff. And then he started talking to me about the martial arts he's been doing. I think he said he did taekwondo and gymnastics, and he was like telling me details about what he did. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was sharing what I did as well. And then, that was it. So it's like normal. And then he would randomly just check in and would just be like, hey, how you doing? So I just thought like he was waiting for me to get healed.
Yeah.
Then I don't know what happened. Then after a while, I think after a few weeks, he was like, you're so fine to me. And I'm like, oh my God, no.
So he was cooking you. He was waiting to we're just waiting for his opportunity to raise you.
So I was like, no.
And obviously you had a boyfriend at the time.
Yes. And I was like, there's no way. Like, why? And I was so annoyed because I'm like, oh, this could have been a really cool opportunity for me. Yeah. But then you just ruined it.
Yeah.
So then I had to obviously ignore. I couldn't like say anything to it. I was like, it's fine. And then he keeps like messaging me. He keeps deleting messages because I see the messages and he deletes it and then he resends it the next day and like tried to check in every single time. It was like, hey, he was sending fire emojis every single time. And I was just like,
yeah. Yeah. You know, the thing is like, everyone is the same, bruh. At the end of the day, bruh. Some men, you get the guy that like you went to school with that will send you a lot of messages. Yeah. And even Chris Brown is the same. You know what I mean? Like, all guys are just the same.
My boyfriend said he's a beg.
He's a beg, huh?
Yeah, he's a beg. You know, it's a beg.
Yeah, I know what a beg is, yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh, wow.
It's an evil world we live in.
Now, based on her response, you could say that this chick is loyal to her boyfriend. But fellas, understand something. Whenever you're with a girl who is out here looking for opportunities, who is out here looking for benefits from a man, dudes will leverage their status in order to smash your girl. Now, she said that she ignored him or she's ignoring him because she got a boyfriend. Why not make it clear to Chris Brown that you're not interested? She didn't one time say that, right? She didn't one time say, I'm not interested. She kept the door open. See, y'all fellas got to be wise when it comes to women, dog. Especially when you're with a girl who is looking for opportunities. Because if her boyfriend get her mad, or if it don't work out, she might go back and respond to that DM. As a man, you gotta pay attention to the signs, bro. You gotta observe your girl. What she should have done is shut it down completely. She should have said, I told Chris Brown I have a boyfriend and I'm not interested. She never said that. She never said that, man. That door is wide open. And Chris Brown is a dog, so he gonna keep shooting because he know eventually she might give in because she's out here looking for an opportunity. Whenever you're dealing with a woman who is trying to get into the industry, fam, bro, they will get with whoever is beneficial to them. And as a man, it's not wise to wife up a woman who is trying to get into the industry, bro. I'm just keeping it real. You should have your fun and move around. It's not your girl. It's just your turn. All right.
What would you say the hardest thing about going through a divorce at 44 is?
Trying to figure out how I'm going to start my life again. It's hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was the relationship like 10 years plus or?
Yes.
What's your outlook on going back into the world single?
It's dire. It doesn't look good, to be honest.
Are you looking for something serious again off the bat? Okay.
No.
Why not?
No. There's no way I want to get into another long-term relationship. It's definitely trying to find and reconnect who the hell I am.
Right.
Yeah.
So the men that you're kind of like, you envision in your future, are they older than you? Are they younger than you? Same age?
I haven't even gotten to that point. Like, I have no idea.
Do you feel like you're competing with younger women?
sometimes. Not that I feel like I am competing, but I definitely feel like it's hard for people my age or older to be single.
But I mean, you're a beautiful woman. Couldn't you still go out and get it from anybody at any point in time?
I don't feel like I can. I don't. I don't know. I guess I'm not really. I don't know.
You don't think you could go to a club and pick a guy and be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he wouldn't be like, "Oh my goodness."
Okay, maybe, but I'm just not that type of girl. So
I keep telling you, fam. One thing about a bird always makes her way back to the streets. A bunch of y'all dudes out here who saving these birds, y'all not safe. And here's the thing. It could be 5 years from now. It could be 10 years from now. That bird that you marry will eventually make her way back to the streets, bro. Now, this chick is trying to sound all conservative, right? But the reality is she's in Miami. She's 44, single, and in Miami. What do you think she's looking for? She's looking for a fun time, bro. Think about her husband. Think about how many years he invested in this woman. Now, a man is just not going to walk out on a marriage. Especially, she's 44, so I'm thinking her husband is around that age bracket. She's in Miami. Fellas, be careful out here, bro. Keep telling y'all, man, you can't save a bird. A bird will eventually make her way back to the streets. And that's just the reality, bro. And that's why your job as a man is to observe and pay attention to a woman before you even marry her. Me personally, I don't believe in marriage. I don't need a contract to show my love to a woman because divorce could break a man in half. Her husband probably got to pay for all the lawyer fees and things like that while she's trying to have a good time in Miami. You can't tell me a woman is not who she is if she's going through a divorce and she's in Miami. Let's be real here. Fellas, be wise out here.
Summer is around the corner, which means the dating pool is actually getting worse. I don't think I'll be in a relationship anytime soon, you guys. So welcome back to another episode of my dating diaries. I'm definitely overdressed, y'all. I dress for me. I don't dress for other people. That's a lie. I definitely dress for other people. He doesn't sound how I thought he would. He's 6'2", so I don't want to judge too soon. I'm not calling the man a catfish. He looked like himself, but his pictures online definitely look better than he did in person. But he was a gentleman. He opened all the doors and he pulled out my seat, so I really appreciated that. But he's one of those guys who harps on his accomplishments of the past. He tells me that he's known in the city for playing football. I'm thinking NFL. He tells me he's talking about high school. Sir, you're 35. Where are your other accomplishments? Plus, him and the waiter were low-key flirting all night. I don't want to make any assumptions, but it was weird. He wasn't a bad date. He was able to make me smile and he desires to be a provider for his family, but he's just not the one for me. Plus, when we walked back to my car, he basically called me big money, so it's fair to say I won't be seeing him again.
Okay.
Look, fellas, this is why I tell you dudes all the time, bro. Don't feed the birds. That should be the new movement for the summer. Don't feed the birds. I wasn't grateful. This chick right here just got a free meal out of this man, and then she bashed him the whole way. Make it even worse, she used the man for content. So let me get this straight. So you weren't really into him, but you sat there and ate up all the food, and then you put him on your TikTok for content. Sad, man. Fellas, be careful out here. And understand something. It's the summertime, bro. You ain't gotta take these chicks on no fancy dates, bro. If a chick is into you, take her to the park or something. Take her to the lake. Because understand something. If a woman is really into you, she will be down for that. Keep these type of dates cost effective and frugal. Me personally, fam, I don't make any type of reservations for a woman that I don't know. Like if I just meet a chick, I'm not taking her on no fancy date, bro. Because one, I'm not about to invest my time into a woman that I don't know. Two, I'm not about to invest my money into a woman that I don't know because I could be investing my time and money into a bird. I gotta get to know a woman first before I could even take her on a date, bro. That's just me. I gotta see what she's about because you gotta understand that a bunch of women out here just be trying to get a free meal out of dudes. So fellas, don't feed the birds. And don't allow these women to use y'all for content neither, man. This right here is crazy. Before you guys leave, let me just say thanks to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the SDC fam. And if you guys appreciated the content, go ahead and show some love right now and like and subscribe. Do so for your boy right now. Go ahead.
Okay, this is a story time of how I had 2 boyfriends at the same time, summer 2019. I'm not proud of my actions, okay? I have grown a lot as a person since then, but let's talk about how it happened. So I had one boyfriend. He actually lives close to me. And it was Caravana. It was Caravana weekend, and I met the second boyfriend at this party, and we were just vibing, so it was just like, I'm not going to tell you I have a boyfriend. Oh my God, I'm so bad. Anyways, I just ended up dating the other one while I had the other one. And then by the time we were dating, like I took him for a walk and I'm like, so I have a boyfriend that I haven't broken up with yet. And he was just like, cool. Have some self-respect. Like, come on. I even had them balling up together. One knew and the other didn't. It was an accident though. Like there's a spot that we used to go to and I didn't think my man would be there, but he was on to me. And I was like, oh, this is just like my friend. And then I had my best friend there, and the whole time he was just like, because he knew about the whole situation, so he was just like, oh my God, like how did we get? So like we all couldn't make eye contact with him, and he knew something was up because as soon as he walked in, I didn't run and go give him a kiss. So he's like, what the hell? So this is Taste of Danforth times, and I'm going to Taste of Danforth with boyfriend number 2, and boyfriend number 1 is sitting staring me down like, who is this man? Like, And I was a pussy. Like, I could not tell him, so I just like, oh, like, that's the friend's friend, like. And then he's like, oh, you're going to Taste of Danforth? Why are you dressed like that? You're not wearing a bra, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I was dating both, and I was lying to both. I was like, to number 2, yeah, I ended things. And then to number 1, I was just like, oh yeah, that's just a friend, blah, blah, blah. So I posted number 2, because I just need to get it over with. So
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. Y'all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.